time. But then Allah had to bring me back to say, this is serious business. Consumer Forum. Okay, so I'm in serious mode now. And today we're going to be talking about something very fascinating, something that a lot of people seem to hear about, but don't really know about. I'm also going to still be having the scintillating barrister Adana in the building. I wish, well, you know, for the ones that can see her, they understand what I'm trying to say. You know, you see this very, you know, hot, slay-looking, you know, lady, you know, with beauty and brains. Every time she's walking around the office, you know, she has this very fantastic color combination and this carriage of herself. Like, she just knows, you know, she just knows. You know, when she walks past, she's like, hello, hi. I'm just like, hey. Oh, I
can't help but blush, Tracy.
You can't.
Good afternoon.
You see all these things? Oh, I can't help but blush. You should be learning all these things, Mary Paul. You should be learning all these things. You can't help but blush. They sound like J. Carr, but it's okay. All right, today we're going to be talking about the rights of Nigerian citizen. We're going to be talking about the rights of a consumer vis-a-vis the rights of a service provider. And because this thing have legal ramifications to it, that's why we had to bring in Barrister Adana. Someone can ask me, like, right. It's my right. It's my right to just drive now. You know how many people they say it's my right. You pass my right. It's my right. People just we say it's my right. My right. They don't know what this rights mean. Well, every Nigerian has rights, duties, liabilities, privileges, and which are provided, you know, in the hundreds of laws that exist in Nigeria. But however, there are certain rights and responsibilities that basically trump all other ones. They are rights that are referred to as inalienable rights. These rights, I remember talking to my dad. That the first time I heard that word inalienable was in the Declaration of Independence. Okay. Where they said that we hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men are made, that all men have inalienable rights, which means that it's undisputable. It's not undisputable. Yes. And you can't inherit it. You can't pass it on. It's not heritable. So it was a convert. When I heard, I just said, "Wow!" It can't be transferred. Yes, it's non-transferable. that's it's non-transferable. It's inherent. Yes, inherent. So these rights that I'm talking about are contained in the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I was just trying to brag. I'll just say section. You know, you have to say section, subsection. So it just seems like this thing is there. I think it's somewhere in chapter 4 of the 1999. I remember this thing. Don't worry. As amended. As amended. You see, all these lawyers, something. Don't worry, we will do our own too. So one of them, let the barrister do it. So let's talk about the rights of the regular Nigerian. Yes, the regular Nigerian has a right to. Has a right to dignity of human person, has a right to liberty, has a right to freedom of information, has a right to freedom from discrimination of all sorts, regardless of its tribe, status, and political opinion. Regular Nigerian's right is captioned in a 1999 and as amended, chapter 4 precisely. And you have a right to also purchase and own immovable properties in Nigeria. You have a right to fair hearing. Yes, thank you very much. Right to freedom of worship, you know, freedom of association. Yes, all of that, freedom of association and the rest of it. Yes. But then, so there's a difference between the normal rights of a Nigerian citizen and the rights of a consumer. Yeah, definitely. So it's not the same thing. It's related. They're derived, basically, I guess. Oh yes, it's related. Because you can associate the right to life to the right of a consumer to safety. Don't calm down. Calm your nerves down. My nerves are calm. We're going to go I'm just trying to say all that. Yes, like I'm saying, they are interrelated. You can't separate them because the consumer is the citizen of Nigeria, whom we're talking about today. Fantastic. So, like you just listened to Barrister Dan, there's a difference between the rights of a consumer and your regular rights. as a Nigerian citizen, and you're just wondering, and you just tuned in and you're going, what is going on? It is Prosumers Forum right here on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, 17 minutes past 3 o'clock. My name is Tracy, and Prosumers Forum is that platform where that was specially created for us to talk about the producer and his products, the manufacturer and his products, the service provider and the service that they're providing, and then you, the consumer, and how we are all interconnected with this. And then if there are substandard goods or services, how can we take a redress? How do we talk about this? Complaints will come in, rewards will come in, also commendations will come in where a company or a manufacturer has done right. So right now we will move into the right of a consumer. What is the right of a consumer, Barrister Anna?
Well, right of the consumer. The right of a consumer have the ability able to enforce on if there's a violation for him to reach basic needs. So it encompasses all the needs of a consumer being provided by the provider. So it's right to safety, right to information concerning, and then I will be explaining the one after the other. Now, right to safety, before I go to the other one. It encompasses the consumer not consuming a hazardous goods. Yes, exactly. English.
I'm trying this thing. I think I should just start speaking Igbo in this language.
It's not my native tongue. So, yes, a consumer has a right to know what the content of goods is consuming. It's about. A consumer has a right to also reach out to the basic needs that he wants from a particular good, and not to be, consuming the deceptive good, or receiving a misinformation on a good that he's consuming. Yes, consumer has a right to safety. A consumer has a right to information, where the provider is advised, or the provider is sanctioned with not providing a consumer leading adverts. You could see sometimes they advertise some kind of food on TV, and then the consumer goes to buy it there, and it looks different.
You're saying food. I would say this thing. It's Alibaba shoe. I went and ordered shoe. When the shoe came back, that thing looked like boot. Boots, it's not shoe. And when I saw the picture, I said, wow, by the time I wear this thing for Christmas, and they see me. When the thing arrive, boots.
Oh, wow.
I say, my God. If I wear this in my village, they will just ostracize me. They will just say, what's up? They just run me down. So I get what you're trying to say.
Yes, a consumer has a right to be heard. Yes, if I'm a consumer, as we are today, and then I buy a good, I request for services from a provider, and I'm not satisfied, I have the right to be heard. I have a right to seek rest too. A consumer has a right to choose. You have a right to what choice of good you want to consume, or yes, because
alternative
you're paying for it. Exactly. You don't. You're not forced to take what the provider is giving to you because the provider is making it available for you. So you have a right to make a choice. A consumer also have a right to the product's education, that's sensitization. You should tell us what this is about. Yesterday we were talking about drug abuse, and we made some instances where people walk up to a pharmacy and they say, well, I have headache. Then the provider gives you Panadol. Then he doesn't tell you what the contents are, what could possibly happen to you if you take Panadol. Let's say in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or or prescribe to you that, okay, this is how much you should take for your age, this is how much you shouldn't take. Sometimes they don't ask all that, they just give it to you. Now, one of the common instances too is when Post-Note 2 is sold across the counter to a consumer. A lot of people go there and buy. I think a 10-year-old girl can go across the counter here in Nigeria to buy Post-Note 2, and nobody will question you or ask you what are you using it for or something like that. So I think a consumer has a right to sensitization, to be educated on the products they are consuming and the services.
So if I get you right, number one, you said right to safety. Protection from hazardous products, goods and services. And 2, you said
Right to be heard.
right to be heard. You know, you should be able to know, or rather, when you have any complaints,
Yes, it should be heard.
you should be able to be heard.
Yes.
And then you said
Right to choose.
right to be able to choose. So that's competition, availability, alternatives. I should be able to
Yes,
say,
you have a choice.
I don't want MTN, I want Glow. I don't
Glow,
want Glow,
exactly.
I want 9 Mobile, I don't want, you know,
Exactly.
should be able to choose. Okay. Also, right to information.
Yes,
I
right to
should
information.
know what it is I'm buying,
Exactly.
what I am paying.
And I should not be
with
misled
my
by the
money.
provider. You know?
Remember,
Deceptive adverts.
one toothpaste I bought. Toothpaste. They say if you put that, I don't want to. Things. If I remember it to make me cry. One toothpaste. I just say the thing in your teeth to just do. You know those adverts they just do like this. You just say once if I just
You
use
see
this
like
toothpaste,
stars on your
stars.
teeth. Exactly.
Just say-
And then you use the toothpaste and your teeth never
they
turns
will
white.
say something flora the thing white in 3 weeks. My sister went and bought 2. I was diligent about this toothpaste.
You also have a right to a healthy environment. Yes.
Like restaurants and the
yeah,
rest.
restaurants and people who produce consumables, daily consumables, you know, like pure water and let's say fish rolls and you know, all of those very petty things. Akara is also part of it. You can't be frying all that in the dirt and the consumer eats it, you know, and not want to seek redress.
But someone can say to you that
You have a
we
right
like
choice.
it. No, they say we like it like that.
Then that means it's a choice.
That I'm saying, you know.
When it becomes a choice, you can't seek redress.
No, but you see, just because some other people say we don't like it and some people say okay, so what happens? Like going to Amala spots, you know, there are certain Amala spots here. Oh God, now I'm hungry. What's going on today? You know, you would just. I remember the first time I went to one spot. It wasn't that nice now. Now it's nice. I escorted someone and we got there. It was just this long line. I passed the line, you know. I was just telling my friend, "Come now, just go and buy this food. Let's go." And she said, "There's a line." I said, "What are they buying?" They say, "It's food." I just looked around the area. I said, "Me, you, eat here. Done with you."
They do.
I left. You understand? And this, I'm telling you, big people, cars parked to come and buy there. So which means they have chosen to do that. Now, but you see, another person can say, you know, I don't like the environment. Why would you be giving me food in that environment? It's not like, because what happens is that when that same particular business decides to go online, that's where they cook.
Exactly.
But
And
then
you
they can
can't
package
change
it and send it to you, but then you don't know this until maybe when you say, let me come to your office, and then you see it and you're like, oh, you didn't let me know that this is how your environment looks like. So how do you now seek redress where, you know?
We have the Consumer Protection Council, who is in charge of the consumer practices. That's the right of a consumer providers. So you can seek redress in the consumer.
No, what I'm trying to say is that, so that means that each complaint is unique to the consumer.
Yes, a complaint is unique to the consumer in as much as the consumer consents or not consents to all of these rights that I've mentioned. You know, the provider is sanctioned with the obligation to give consumers all of these rights. But as a consumer, if you consent, if you vote for what they are giving to you, then you can't seek redress.
No. Look at my question. So, there's these people cooking in a very dirty environment.
Okay.
So CPC can they just sanction them?
No.
Okay, no, until a consumer brings a complaint.
That such environment is considered dirty.
Even though they are seeing that it's dirty, they will have to wait for the consumer to come and complain.
What if some people like it like that, like you
the
said?
dirty place? Is there not supposed to be a standard?
Of course, there are standards that providers have to do.
But that's not CPC's
No,
purview.
It's in their purview to do that. You get it. But then, for example, if I can't make my place look like Jevnik while cooking, like the mama puts people, then Jevnik, you can't compare the boats.
Just keep it
But
clean.
then they have customers.
Why is your goat?
What is required of you is to keep it clean.
Your goat
What is clean to you might not be clean to me.
Why is your goat pooing next to the place that they are doing pounded yam? Why do I have a goat next to the pounded yam? Why is there a goat in your compound first?
Exactly. You're making a complaint now. So what you consider clean might not be clean to me. What CPC is saying, yes,
clean is clean.
Nigerians
I'm not
don't
saying
understand
fantastic.
it like that.
I'm saying clean.
Nigerians don't understand it like. But what the provision of the Consumer Protection Act is saying is that the provider have the obligation to offer the consumers all of this as their right. It's their rights. But where the consumers are not complaining about this, then they can be held responsible for crying out loud.
Okay, you are part of this show. Yes, you are. You join me in this conversation. Call me 081 8999 1011. Do you know your rights as a consumer? And if you now know your rights, is there any experience or any story, any gist, like you know how maybe you were misled by information, you did not know about it, there was a misleading claim in an advertisement, or the way they labeled your goods and services and you fell prey to it? Let's talk about it. Also, let's just, maybe you had a complaint, or rather you had problems with a set provider or a producer or a manufacturer, and you complained and it was not taken up. Let's hear these conversations. Or maybe you bought something and you were not told something, but just all these G's were saying. Let's talk about it. 081 8999 1011. Okay. So,
I was going to be telling our consumers that this services we're talking about extends to both network services.
That's right.
Other than the consumables that we always take, it extends to electricity. It extends
clothes,
to
fashion.
Yes, fashion.
You just remembered me. One girl that sold one top to me.
Really, it extends to all that, and then the online markets.
Yes.
Services too. They're all included for the consumers. Now that when I talked about the Consumer Protection Council, I'm also going to mention the NCC. That's
okay. Let me hold you, cut you for a minute. Hello.
Hello, good day.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Batsune Moses.
Okay. Moses, talk to me.
I am listening to your program while driving.
Okay.
I want to speak to Consumer Protection Council on an issue bothering for a long time.
But you're calling me while you're driving. Hope is on off. How do you say? Hands free. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me.
My complaint is with First Bank.
First Bank. Okay.
I had a POS sale transaction from a merchant in Abuja. As we say, they call them. I can't please remember quickly.
Okay.
So the transaction was done on the 6th of the month. It failed. So the following day, I came to the same premise of the merchant to withdraw from an ATM and pay them in cash. On the 24th of that month, that failed transaction was later impacted on my account.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I didn't have that same money again in my account, so my account was really negative.
Okay.
I went to First Bank to make a complaint. The first person I met, I think is inexperienced anyway, asked me that my account is in nil or what. That I should fund that exact amount of money before I can use my account for any other business. So I just forgo the matter. I reported at that point. They saw my complaint and so. To cut it short, somebody transferred into that same account for me, and the money was swept off. I now went to First Bank to leave the complaint. They now said that money was blah, 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 until we traced and discovered that it was a failed transaction, which was later impacted almost 3 weeks after. I pursued the recovery. I even wrote to CPC, and I have a letter CPC wrote back to me. But I'm going to speak with First Bank on behalf of that. This I'm telling you since 2016 June 4th to date.
They haven't reversed your money.
First Bank called me and sent me a chargeback number that I should confirm if the issue has been solved. I replied that it has not been solved. To that I'm talking to you, it has not been solved.
Did you write back to CPC?
I got a testimony from a CPC person when I was this in the evening to report the matter. Understand?
Yeah.
That's why I followed up on CPC, but my own case was quite different.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
Your name is Bature Moses.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I will send your information to the right authorities of CPC. They will get back to you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry for this inconvenience. All right, do have a nice day, sir. Okay.
Yes, issues like this are quite sensitive to the consumer, and then he has not been heard, or his matter has not been redressed, and he has a right to.
Let me tell you a story. Something like this. Okay. Let's take this caller. I'll come back to that story. Hello? Hello? Okay, we lost that call. I went to do a bank transfer. Now from my account to my account. I'm not going to mention the banks because the matter has been resolved. So
Okay.
I took a certain amount of money and moved it to. It wasn't a small amount of money, so I moved it and I did a transfer, a bank transfer. You know what? Let me hold because this is a very long gist. Let's just go for a call to prayer. When we come back from a call to prayer, I'll give you this gist. This gist. This guy has just woken up the gist inside me. All right, we'll be right back. Do stay tuned. Remember, this is Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح لا إله إلا الله.
Welcome, my dear friends.
Human Rights Radio. Your 100% effort is not good enough. Give me 101.1 effort.
Bringing together Nigeria's producers, consumers, and the regulatory bodies, discussing their challenges and common goals. The question of who gets value from the service provider to the final consumer remains unanswered. But we've got the answer. What are the rights and limitations of you, the consumer? What are the rights and limitations of you, the consumer, the producer, and even the regulator in today's Nigeria? Don't miss Consumer Forum on Human Rights Radio, 101.1 FM.
All right, you're welcome back to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, redefining broadcasting. That's our soul and promise to you, making sure that you have a fantastic broadcasting experience. And we're still on to Presumer Forum. Remember that Presumer Forum is that specially packaged program that is for the producer, the manufacturer, and their products, and also for the consumer to be able to learn about the manufacturer and the products. And in case there are substandard goods and services, talk about them, complain, and we get a redress. Remember that right here, Human Rights Radio, we're all about you, the listener, you, the consumer, making sure that you get all that you need. And we have been talking about the consumer rights, what the consumer is entitled to. And I've had the pleasure of Barrister scintillating Barrister Adana in the house talking about the rights of the consumer and what the consumers should know. And so before we went out, the last caller, Moses, was talking about how the bank has not given him the right conversation and he has complained to CPC and he hasn't gotten anything. And I was trying to tell you a story about how I transferred money from my account to another account and it took months. And they said the money was hanging. And I wanted to know where the money was hanging. See, now the conversation is that if truly there was a health problem, that the money was meant for, somebody was supposed to be in the hospital and, someone's life was attached to it, the person probably would have died because, nobody did anything, and every time I went to the bank or I called them, they acted like, why are you disturbing me? And I was wondering like, hello, what's going on? Why is nobody saying it? And they say they don't know where it is. My conversation about people, when people say they don't know something is, you are being paid to know, and then when I ask you,
and then
you say,
such art is really unprofessional because I expect the bank officers or the officials should
customer
be bound by
representatives,
some,
all of them,
some ethics to work for the customers. Issues like this have been arising, and then the consumer protection, for persons like this who had suffered injuries to seek redress.
But I'm very sure that. Moses will get his own time. You wanted to say something to me, Brown? Okay, so Brown, you see, I love my boss. Oh God, see, just head. No. So Brown, the ordinary president himself has asked for you to come tomorrow morning and see him. Yes, Mr. Bature Moses, please come tomorrow morning and come and see the ordinary president, and he needs to understand. He wants to help, I'm sure. He wants to make sure that you get what you deserve.
Okay, but if he's far from Abuja, he can as well call at 4 o'clock, call the honorary president at 4 o'clock, and then state that he's the person who.
Fantastic. Okay, great. So if you're not in Abuja, you can call into the Vano with the telephone Vano with the honorary president and talk to him about this particular issue. And I'm sure as long as honorary president has jumped on the matter, you're going to get a proper fast tracking. That's reminding me. I have one ATM reversal that they have not given me back that money. Let me, Oga, in case you are listening to me, let's talk about this thing, please, so that they can help me reverse my money, please. So I'm begging
I think
you.
everybody has bank issues.
Okay, so you were trying to say something, Barrister Dana.
Yes, I mean, everywhere, every fair of work, I expect that there are some that should be involved. Like you said, this guy has suffered a lot of injuries concerning this matter. It might not be physical injuries, emotional, you know. Then there are a lot of damages that have been done. If he goes further to sue the bank, I'm sure the bank would lose a lot of money trying to fix all that. But then he's not suing the bank; he's still making complaints.
But can I ask you a question? You see, how viable is suing? You know how we used to use that into just shout, "I will sue you if I sue you." This
can
company.
sue the bank. He has a right that have been violated.
Is it working in Nigeria?
Yes, it's working in Nigeria. He can sue.
Well, I can say it's working. Do you know the reason? Because
Why?
I have sued a multinational company, even though they didn't pay me so much in my mind. Because I sued for more than 10 million.
Okay.
I didn't get up to that amount, you know, but you know, it worked, and that for me, that's proof of saying I will sue you. You
Exactly.
know,
So it actually works.
When you tell people to take companies to court or to take service providers to court, they feel like, oh, it's not Nigeria, it will not work.
Yeah, there's this common sense or common understanding of the basic Nigerians that courts are very slow, so your matter might not just be.
But Nigerian courts are working now.
They are working, but people are now aware. They need to sensitize that the courts are working and your matters will be taken much more seriously than it used to be. You know, there are other things that have been put in the courts to make sure that these issues are addressed as soon as possible, and then the judges are made to put their head on deck to make sure that they have to report at every quarter of the time stipulated in the provisions of the Federal High Court rules to, you know, give an account of the judgments they've had at the end of the year. So this person should be encouraged to take these matters to court, as well as seek redress in the complaints. The Consumers Protection Council, yeah. My mind was just on the complaints the guy has to go and make, you know. So he can go there and seek redress, and he will be attended to. Trust.
Okay, so and you mentioned a right to choose. You know, can I decide that, you know, why would a particular, I mean, I like this particular service provider, but I want them to come down on their cost or their price. And I say, okay, I don't want to pay this. Because in a situation where maybe this particular service provider gives me fantastic service, but yet they're expensive, and there's competition, but they're not really up to par, and yet they're cheap, and I want this other service provider to, you know, reduce the price. Is it possible for me to?
I don't think so. Yeah, the basic what is the basic needs of a consumer must be reached by the providers, but they cannot reach our individual needs as it is in our heart or what we expect, you know. And then their main aim as providers is for the satisfaction of consumers. So if you're trying to satisfy a group of people with different ideas and different theoretical, you know, ideologies in their head and different tastes, you target a certain percentage to satisfy that you have achieved what you're aiming at. Okay. But then you cannot 100% satisfy all consumers. So a consumer can not wake up and say, well, I don't like MTN because their data finishes on time, so I would apply to MTN.
No, you just that was just a shade.
No, I'm just saying, for example, yeah, or I'll write to MTN and tell MTN to please make their data this or that. No, it is not in your purview to do that, because you know what, we have a lot of consumers who use MTN. You might be doing a 5,000 plan and I'm doing a 1,000 naira plan. We cannot have same kind of taste, and whatever I'm doing with my plan, it's different from what you're doing with your data plan. So it's not going to.
My sister, I don't know what I'm doing with my own plan. I don't know what I'm doing with my own plan.
So you know, everybody
plan is just spanning away.
What we tell our providers is that they should not give us a deceptive advice or some kind of shady adverts to misinform us that, okay, this is what we have to provide for you, so that we don't go in there and find out that it's deceptive. If not, we can also sue them or take them to the Consumer Protection Council.
Currently a case in the Senate where MTN is facing investigation on certain things. Yes, there's currently a case. There's also currently a case on DSTV.
Yes, there is.
I heard that you know, Nigerians, we need to start having hope. We need to start having. I feel like as consumers, we need to start having hope in our country, and trust that our country has got our back. That's what I feel like. Our country has always got our back, and just because a few unscrupulous elements have given us a bad feeling, or rather a bad experience, that doesn't mean that that's how every institution in the government is.
Well, I think the law enforcement agencies protecting the rights of consumers need to do more than what they are doing right now to protect consumers. And that involves getting the providers in place and, guiding them as they ought to provide these services to the consumers. Also regulating these providers in the supply of their services, or engaging the consumers to give their services. So the consumer protection enforcement agencies have to do more than that. That is, I'm talking about the NCC. I'm also talking about the Consumer Protection Council, then the CSOs who are in charge of protecting the consumers' rights, in charge of consumer protection practices in Nigeria. So they also go further than what they are doing right now.
Shola, if somebody that's watching me now would think that I'm doing incantations, they would think that I'm doing incantations. They don't know I'm trying to do sign language and say something right there. They'll just say this. What is going? They'll think it's convulsion, that something is doing me like this. It's not convulsion. I'm just trying to communicate with my manager right there. All right, we have a couple more minutes before we go. 081 89 99 1011. 081 89 99 1011 is the number to call. Pick up the phone, let's call. If you can grab one or two more calls, let's talk about maybe if you had an experience and you want to complain about it. If you are like Moses and you want to drop a complaint and say, well, this is what is going on right here, and I have complained to CPC and it hasn't been resolved, or I haven't complained to CPC, or how do I complain to CPC, or what do I do? Let's quickly answer you. Hello? We lost that call. Do try and call us back. Let's see whether we can get one more call before we wrap up the show. But it has been a fantastic time. I always love to learn from you.
I always love to listen to you because you just make me laugh.
Oh, you see me now.
No, and then I love your gist too. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
My name is Magnus.
Your name is Linus? Magnus. Okay, Magnus. Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Magnus. I'm calling you from Cairo.
All right, talk to me.
So, I want to thank you for the good job that you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
So, yesterday, I went to Gariki. I bought a car.
Okay.
So, at the car, when I brought it to home, I watched it that very yesterday night. So, the car now just expand as if it is nylon. This morning, I took it back to the person that sold it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And what she told me was that she cannot accept it, that she is not the manufacturer, that I should take it back to myself and bear the loss. So I now got the car there this morning and left.
Okay.
So in a position like this, what can I do?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Barrister, I will answer you, sir.
Yes,
All
I
right,
want to know what he said he got. What did he buy?
A cap.
Okay. As a consumer, you need to be informed of the kind of goods you bought. When you bought the cap, were you told the kind of detergent you should use on the cap? That's one of those, For example, you can't buy...
Hold on, let's take one more call so that we can wrap it up. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hi, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir.
My name is Tijani. I'm calling from Gorimpa.
Your name is?
Tijani.
You're welcome. Talk to me, Tijani.
I'm from Gorimpa.
Yeah.
I have a complaint about this bank video.
Bank?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, on 29 last one, I mistakenly transfer money to someone account. I wish to transfer from another account to another account. So I made a mistake. So I made a complaint to bank. I complained. They asked me to come today, come tomorrow. All the time. They have not do any such because this was the program I'm getting now. I don't know how I can make a complaint to CPC.
Okay, hold on. Let me get you. You wanted to transfer money to somebody and you transferred to a wrong account.
No, not to somebody. It's for my another account. Still mobile.
Okay, you wanted to transfer money from yourself to yourself.
Yes.
Okay, between two different accounts of yourself, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so
and I'm mistakenly transferred to another person.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So you transferred it to another person's account.
Yes.
Okay, and so you're trying to.
I called UPA customer care immediately. I reported them. They now say, okay, no problem. They wanted to email that another branch, which they did so. And they told me that the bank has because their account that the person will not be able to withdraw it.
Okay.
So up to now, they don't do anything. They now ask me to seek for court order. Which I have did almost 2 weeks now. They have not received my money back.
Okay. I think I'll address this issue before I talk about Mr. Magnus' own.
Well, I feel like I have a small experience on this, and I think that for me, I will tell Tijani to just hold on. The reason is that the bank really has not much to do in this issue when it involves another person. It's now left for the person whom the money that you transferred into his or her account, to be, because the bank cannot also effect any action
without the consent of the person.
Without the consent of that person.
Exactly. I was going to talk about that. And then they need to get the person to make transfer back. I think the most they have even done for him is to put the person's accounts on hold, which they shouldn't have done. For him to get a court order, because the bank needs to also ascertain that you had such amount of money in your account and you made such transfer on a particular date. So you're going to swear an affidavit that you made such transfer, blah, blah, blah. And most times they don't give you a court order for this kind of issue. You just have to swear an affidavit that this has happened, and then you write to the manager of the bank for such transfer to him.
But I think in this case, it was a UBA to UBA transaction, and
it doesn't matter.
They saw the transaction.
It doesn't matter. The procedure needs to be followed. It's a due process. You have to follow it.
No. See what I'm saying? In the case where you need to prove the transaction, you don't have to. He doesn't need an affidavit. He doesn't need an affidavit where there's proof of transaction.
It doesn't matter. He needs an affidavit to swear that the account actually belongs to him. The money in question, which is claiming he transferred to that account, is his. It was in his account, and he made that transaction on so dates. That's what the affidavit will state. He's just doing that under the law, and then due process has to be followed. You get, because at the end of the day, the manager will be questioned if he makes any transaction following just the transactions, as in like the statement of accounts showing that the person made the transfer. That's for Tijani. Okay. Mr. Magnus, when you go to purchase, that is the problem between the providers and then the consumers. Purchasing or providing you with inferior goods, or you, the consumer, having a choice to make, but then you go for inferior goods. You understand? Now, I'm not saying he went for inferior good, but from his story, it seems like whatever he got was inferior. And then, like the Nigerian provider,
did you get a receipt?
Yes, would say what you've gotten. No, be me manufacturer. The manufacturer. I don't know who the manufacturer is, so I can't bear the consequences of the manufacturer. That's why I said, even when you're purchasing a good as a particular item as a consumer, you have the ability to make a choice in accordance with your budget. You have to be careful the kind of choice you make. One. Secondly, you have to also understand whatever you're purchasing. Now, he bought a cap. We know that there are some materials you don't use some detergents on.
No, but my conversation right there is a receipt. You know how
they won't offer you receipt for purchasing.
No, but you need to ask. We need to demand. The thing is that as citizens, when you forget or when you stop to place demand on service providers, then they would not expect themselves to meet up to that expectation.
Okay.
See, what I buy, I will ask you for a receipt. If you
there out the street, do not ask for receipts. In fact, a lot of goods are sold without receipts.
And unfortunately,
down
now
to
run
phones.
out of time.
Now phones are even hawked on the road. True of us.
Somebody has
not
bought
inside the pack,
what
not
look like
not
phone.
with the receipt, and then you buy that phone and you want to sue the person.
You
saying
that
he's a
bought
provider.
the phone on the street.
That's why you have a choice to make as a consumer. So he had a choice to make, and then he went to somewhere to purchase the cab, which he watched last night. Well, sorry, sir, and that matter cannot be taken to the Consumer Protection Council, to sit or seek for redress, because it is a choice you have made.
I don't think that's the reason why he won't take it. Because number one, there's no proof of a business. You cannot just take to CPCD and say, look at Hannah, don't you remember me yesterday? I'm that guy that bought it. There's no proof of any form of business. There's no proof of contract. If there was some proof of business, then it behoves, because when you're selling a market, it behoves on you. When you are giving me, you say, this cap is a blue cap, it's this.
But then,
on your receipt, you write blue stretching this. That's why when you buy stuff, when you look under it, whatever you buy has a tag that says nylon, wash with what.
It's not for everybody. I think the Consumer Protection Council should look beyond the providers who can give you receipts or those quality services. They should look beyond that.
We have taken much of the time. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you so much, Barrister Dana, for affording us this time to always chat and learn from each other. Thank you so much to you. Yes, I'm talking to you for spending a fantastic afternoon with me and making sure that we have a great time. At 4 o'clock, we will be having a telephone Vano with the ordinary president. You need to stick here, stay tuned. Don't touch that. Leave it, let it be there so that you can have a fantastic time. If you change it, do not blame me. My name has been Tracy. Until I come your way again tomorrow, bye-bye.
Bye.
University of Maiduguri runs courses in journalism, public relations, and advertising. A new academic year is here, so don't miss this golden opportunity for an effective career move. The courses are at diploma, higher diploma, and postgraduate diploma levels. There are also other media-related short-term professional courses. Forms are currently on sale for just 10,000 naira only at the Institute's permanent site at Jahi, near next Cash and Carry Supermarket. The Human Rights Radio offices at Games Village and Sharif Plaza, as well as other locations in and outside Abuja. Make that important career move for a bright future. For further information, please call 0703-860-1414, 0703-3060-747, or 081-06-757012. Management announcer.
Vano, where they pinch you for body? Waiting be that thing where don't say where you they look for where to yana. That thing where they smell for ear. Ehena. Shebi you know say get some kind thing where they smell for ear. Vano na the ogbonge program where don't show for you to take talk kamasibi. Make we for join hands, take address and mend these issues where they ground. My people, these issues fit be domestical. For example, you don't notice say your neighbor dey sama in wife wicked blow for face all the time. That is to say, in they beat her ton, waiting oyinbo people they call domestic violence. And this wife, she keep pecking like say they put tape for her mouth. Or if it be say for your area, it get this gutter where people they throw away dirty anyhow, and now where rain they fall, everywhere don't block finish. Now so everywhere they smell joint, and people fold their hand, kukuma cross leg they form oga. Abina for your office or place of work, person they do anyhow. Abina government they do something when not just follow at all. Anything where you see say no just make sense, and we gas corrector. Oh yeah, make una call, make we take yarn this matter. Remember, make you no call cost anybody.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
And no call use foul language. Make you no say where your rights stop, now there another person own starts. My country people, time don't reach where I go carry myself waka jejely from here, because say now ordinary president now qualify to take talk this matter. My hand no day. Until then, make una continue to be your brother's keeper. This program now brand new program for your radio, Human Rights Radio 101.1.
Human Rights Radio.
Now who me and the Vano? Vano with the ordinary president. Now who me and the Vano? Vano with the ordinary president.
Okay, 10-9-8-7-6-5-4-3-2-1. This now Telefone Vano with the ordinary president. The name of the station now Human Rights Radio 101.1. Redefining broadcasting. We therefore plot 1184 Kaura district. We're not too far from the Games Village. We're not far from Galadima roundabout. We're not far from Area 1 roundabout. We're not far from you. We're not even far from Beggar. Yay. Telefone Vano with the ordinary president. If you're there for Nigeria, the number to call now 090-9988-7700. We don't get somebody already for line. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
President.
Now who me and the Vano for radio telephone?
My name is Godwin Ani, sir.
Godwin Ani.
Yes, sir.
Where are you the Vano from? Waiting be a contributor.
I the Vano from Airport Road, my ordinary president.
Well done, sir.
Yes, sir. My contributor is that my money where police is still, sir.
Yes, sir. What do you want make I do for you? No be you I vexed with the other time?
My ordinary president, I came that day and that was last week.
I don't get your time again. Police take you, they do they tell you lies. You can't they believe them.
I'm sorry, my ordinary president.
You keep person where they go talk say your matter there with DPP.
Yes, sir.
You know go ask question.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, my ordinary president.
And I they try to educate you, they argue with me. What it be DPP? Police chop your money, then they take you, they do you come they talk say say matter there. As you go DPP, will you see the file?
No, sir, I'm sorry, sir.
What did they tell you for DPP as you go?
They say they no see the file, say the file lost.
You understand?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
No be murder case, no be anything. You go visit somebody, they arrest somebody. According to you, you no get business with the person apart from assist where you they assist the person as an old man. Money when be say they collect for your hand.
Yes,
since which year?
Since 2011, sir.
Yeah?
2011.
2011.
Yes, sir.
Which year we there now?
2017, sir.
How many years now?
6 years plus.
6 years plus.
Yes, sir.
And then you see they believe police where the police they tell you say the matter there with DPP. Waiting they worry you.
I'm sorry, my ordinary president.
Because then they call me ordinary president, no mean say I be foolish president.
I know, sir. You are not, sir.
I can play, I can joke, but that one no mean say person go overstep in bounds.
I know, sir, my ordinary president. I know, sir.
Make I think on whether I go fit forgive you.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
I never forgive you. I go just think am whether I go fit forgive you. Make I think am first. Because me, I know they forgive easily.
Please, sir, forgive me, sir.
I don't hear you, but I go think am.
Yes, ma'am.
That thing where they talk say forgive and forget, no be for my dictionary. I fit forgive, but I no go forget because I no be mumu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
People chop your money. Where you go shine your eye, understand, say police chop your money. Make we narrow our search down to your IPO. Make your IPO cough out the money. You they try DPP.
I'm sorry, sir. Please, sir.
I don't hear you, but I go think and whether maybe I could forgive you in 1 hour time, maybe 1 week, maybe 1 month, maybe 1 year, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. It depends on how the anger be for my belly.
Okay, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Next time, shine your eyes.
Yes, sir.
No allow anybody just use your head anyhow.
Yes, sir. Madam President.
You kill person?
No, sir. Do not, sir.
They talk say the man kill person?
No, sir.
So wetin concern DPP for that matter sef? Even if na something wey concern DPP, na you suppose answer DPP?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ordinary president get the way they doing things. So now I make for my cabinet. You no go see say, you no go they hear say, the ordinary president good, now cabals no good. No. Even the cabal where they around me, we no good. I pursue him.
I know, sir.
If I no pursue him, he go pursue himself when he see character, where they come from my side.
I know,
iron sharpened iron. The kind of positive energy where they exude from my body, you go pursue any negative energy where they around me. Naturally, some people go run even before I pursue them.
I know, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Make I think maybe next
Yes,
1 minute I forgive you. Maybe 1 hour, maybe 1 week, maybe 1 month, maybe 1 year, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years, maybe after I die, finish. I forgive you.
Thank you, sir.
To be honest with you, I don't forgive you. Make you see me on Saturday. You hear?
Yes, sir. I'm grateful, sir.
But next time, make you know they argue for something where you don't know.
Yes, Madam President. I'm grateful, sir.
Thank you. That policeman, what will be your IPO name?
Inspector Tony, sir.
Inspector Tony go bring out that money. How much be the money?
Almost 600 and something thousand, sir.
They know they use and something. How much be your exact money with police?
697,000, sir.
Now you are talking 697,000. Inspector Tony go bring them out. We no want no DPP. We no want no PPP. Our own be say your money. Now be IPO. Your money day in hand. Simple.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'm grateful, sir. God bless you, sir.
Amen. And you too. Mention. This now Telefone Vano with the ordinary president. The number to call if you day outside Nigeria now +234 81 88 89 1011. We get somebody again for line. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Now who me and the Vano for radio telephone?
My name is Timothy from Sun City, sir.
Your name na Timothy from Sun City?
Yes, sir.
Timothy, waiting be your contributor. You say?
I said I want to appreciate you for the good work that you have been doing.
My brother, now God they use me do, and who am I? I am a nobody.
Oh, God will bless you, sir.
Amen, and you too, sir.
God will bless you, sir.
Amen, and you too, sir.
And I thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. All right. This is now Telefone Vano with the ordinary president. This ordinary president, he no get minister, he no get PA, he no get SA, he no get driver, he no get bodyguard. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Now, who me and the Vano?
My name is Nicholas, sir. My name is Nicholas.
Extraordinary Nicholas. Waiting be your contributor. Where you the Vano from?
I the Vano from Abuja. My name, I I just want to table that you guys will assist me. See, I lost my mother, and the money I have, I spent it. I need to write project, and I don't have money to write project again because I spent all the money I have on my mother.
For burial, ba?
Yes, sir.
You do well. You go look for your relations, make them gather money for you.
Even if you go to village, they are even the one that will put an eye on you.
So waiting concern you where you go pack all the money where you get, begin bury the dead.
If I say na my mother.
Not be Christian you be? I been a traditional religion you dey practice.
No, you know, I am the one that is supposed to carry her from Abuja here because the uncles that I have, they are not the type that you assist. So I have to take some responsibility, and there is nothing I can do about it.
Okay, Tom. Now you go put this school pending. When you don't recover small, then you go continue with your school.
I'm asking if anything that so that I have the money I have with me now is like I have like 20,000 naira, but the money I need to complete it is 51,000 naira.
Go to the school and make a deposit and promise them that you are going to complete the money.
Huh?
Which school be that where you they go?
National University.
Go to them. Go meet your HOD. Give them the 20,000 naira. Tell and say, see the situation where they for ground. You go balance them up. Then you begin look for where then they do car wash or where you go do conductor or any work. Raise money as if it raise money to do burial. And they try to discourage people from emptying their pocket in the name of burial. Person where don't die, don't die. The highest way you go do for a whether Muslim or Christian, you give the person befitting burial according to the holy book. No be the way you go they try to impress people for village. Buy this one, buy that one, buy cow, buy this cow where you no buy for your mother when she dey alive, clothes where you no buy for her when she dey alive, wine where you will no buy for her to drink when she dey alive. You go come carry and go give some lazy people for inside village in the name of say you set record during your mother's burial. See the kind thing where you do, my brother. Now waiting make I no go carry money give you be that no be because I no get money to assist. You go here maybe before the end of the program. Now somebody go carry another complaint come when be say it is genuine. I go carry like 100,000-200,000 naira support the person, but no be this kind one. I won't make you sweat for this one so that you go use and learn lesson.
See, I not the lazy person. I have only this month to do the payment. If not, I will not write the project.
Because you know they're lazy, you go use today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. You go do serious work, make you raise the money.
I'm not trying to argue with you, but I am a very serious person. I am the one that has been taking all this responsibility. Even to take a dead body from Abuja here, everything is on my head, and I'm trying to make an end meet. It's not easy for me.
Okay, I hear you. Which church did you go?
I am living faith.
Go to your pastor. It is not all about giving tithes and offering. When time don't reach as a Muslim, the mosque where you dey go, if problem enter you, go to the same mosque where you dey contribute money in the name of Islam. May they show you love. If not Christian you be, go to the church where you they go worship. They give offering and tithe in the name of Christianity. May they show you that kind of love. Government no they give me kobo.
I know.
If government they give me kobo, may they come collect their money.
No, I know you.
So, my brother, go to your church. Go meet your pastor. See, as you serious, they talk to me, but you dey fear to go talk to your pastor. Your pastor na God? Abi he get horn for head? Na me you see finish where you go. They press my neck too much. Go to your pastor.
I know. I don't want to argue with you, but it's not even easy to to meet pastor. It's not even easy.
Which pastor? The day where you go talk, say you get testimony to give, and you won't come out tight, 2 million naira. You go there among the people who go sit down for front row. Offering time, blessing time. They go even give you a testimony for church that day. When he joined this church, he was a wheelbarrow pusher. Now, you don't commission him upstairs. My brother, go to your church. Anything where they contribute, come to me. I go balance them up. Thank you. Me and you don't talk finish.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This credit is test. You dey waste credit. Use the credit to do something.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mention. This now telephone Vano with the ordinary president. This president no get time. Anyhow, where you come, now so you go see him with the ordinary president. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my ordinary president.
And now me are going to Vano, sir.
You the Vano with Andrew Bataga.
Extraordinary Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Where you the Vano from?
I the Vano from Garaki.
Garaki?
Yes, sir.
The name of that area no be Garaki or na Garki?
Okay, sir.
Call and make I hear.
Garaki.
Come on, the A na say gar.
Garki.
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 Are you from Adamawa?
Yes, sir. I'm from Vano State, sir.
Tiv.
Hello?
Are you Tiv by tribe?
Yes, sir.
I want to tell him. Kae kwara. Kawe. Nso. Jengu kolumu. Waiting be a contributor to Abidati where they check you for Liverpool, man.
Okay, sir. I have small complaint, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I don't work with one organization, security organization.
And the security organization no get name?
Tombora Security Organization.
Mbora Security Organization. Tombora.
Yes, sir.
You for just go straight to the point. My name now, so I work for Tombora Security Organization. They no pay me for so month. Abi, lay your complaint. Go straight to the point.
Yes, sir. They no pay me up to 2 months. So I laid complaint for civil defense.
Okay.
Since last year, December, up to now, they never pay me the money, sir.
Okay, make you come tomorrow and I wait you. Come to Human Rights Radio tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to invite Mr. Akimbinu of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps.
Okay. But, today, I don't work, so maybe I come.
Yeah, sorry. Which day you go get chance come?
Monday, sir.
Monday.
Yes, sir.
Monday. See the way you drag the word Monday. So.
Thank you, sir.
Kwaiga.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Will you come on Monday?
Thank you, sir.
Make you not come on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you come on Monday. Monday. You're laughing at me, ba. You're laughing at me.
No, sir.
Is it because I say Monday?
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. This is not telephone Vano with the ordinary president. This ordinary president, the way you come, now the way you go see him. If you come, you go here, Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir, ordinary president.
Now who me and I'm the Vano for radio telephone?
It is Vano with all the extraordinary guy, Joseph.
Extraordinary guy. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yes, sir.
From where?
From Kefi, sir.
Kefi.
Yes, sir. Mama Bilolo, ya Padoma.
Lafia Kalo ya Rana.
Lafia ya Fonga.
Lafia Kalo ya Antokari.
Jokeri, Colonel, sir.
To Kazan Karankuli.
Ah, me, Kazan Branco say.
Me.
Kazan Jackson say.
Is on Kariba.
Thank you, Larry President.
Brother.
I'm happy to get you every time I am trying to get you. I used to get your number busy.
No money,
so
I don't change phone now. If you see the phone why they use.
Yes.
If you take a hit person, now emergency unit for hospital.
I will say maybe China phone.
Now China, now you make you the speaker. If I take this thing hit myself here, shall I them now carry, they go carry me.
I did I am glad to hear you, sir. I'm very glad. I'm very happy. God bless you with the work you are doing.
Amen. So you know I say I can hear your language, ba?
No, I know now. If you say Mama Bilolo, I know say you don't hear I finish. All the produce were there for KC and all white nationwide they say make I greet you.
Okay, the answer.
Thank you very
much. You don't get any complaint or any observation?
So observation, we are trying to say that the network and everything will move fine in the station, and there is nothing will stop us from hearing this station as God has made it. We pray that it will continue to grow and grow up to my village, Kafanchan, and Zapua will hear it clearly in the name of Jesus.
Amen. And you know one thing?
Yes, sir.
One biggie from MTN.
Yes, sir.
We don't talk to them. They in charge of the people who go come boost MTN network for Human Rights Radio. When we say, you remember that our pure water account number will be 08033221149.
Yes, sir.
As soon as MTN come boost their network here, we go reactivate them.
Okay, sir.
But if they no boost them quick, I go just port from MTN to another network because it don't take away that line down there for ground.
It don't do for ground, sir. Yes, seriously. Like people want to hear that line seriously, and people want to hear the family in that side.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. May God bless you, sir. Amen. Thank you.
This is not Telefone Vano with the ordinary president. And in case you wonder which radio station it is, this is now Human Rights Radio 101.1, redefining broadcasting. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Radio Telephone.
My name is Uguzo Ayon Samson. From 1 month village.
Extraordinary Ubuzo.
Yes, sir.
You say now from 1 man village.
Yes, sir. That's what I was.
So now only you be the man with for the whole village.
My very president, now the name where we see here, only 1 man was living here when I came 98.
1 man.
So we just carry the name 1 man village.
1 man amongst like 200 women. Chineke. So what be your contributor, my brother? And I want to ask you one question. The clarity of this phone call now and the way it been the day before, which one clear pass? Because I don't think...
This one clear pass.
Oh, this channel phone makes sense.
My president. We love you.
I love you too. We
love to hear your voice every time.
Chineke. Hey, Chineke. Amen. Hey, Chineke. Gwamoko kanuzi mi bikonuno. Chineke, gawaniru. Cha. Kwenu. Kwezwenu. Gwanumo kanuzi bikonuno, eh? Yes, sir.
Extraordinary Ugoza Samson.
Na pogodo language aho. So kwa no na beke.
I've been to radio station from Pape to Human Rights Radio. I'm the person that they were the central bank dismissed unlawfully.
Oh my God, that gentleman.
Yes, I wrote letter for something that it annoyed you, and I also wrote letter pleading for forgiveness and withdrawal of that letter when I lost my letter. So I went and came back, and I told you in the letter I've gone and come back. I came 4 times, there was no chance again. I just kept quiet and came back home to sit down. You gave me Ham and Dave to write a letter to Central Bank, and all till that time since July till today, I've not had any other thing.
From the so you don't hear anything from Omang Dave?
Yes, sir. Even from I've been coming, but they don't allow me to come into the premises.
No, we know they allow people enter anyhow. We they conscious of security now.
That is true.
If to say everybody will just come enter like that, yeah, Abba, you no go good again.
I know. I know. I'm sorry.
No problem. I will see waiting. I go feed do for you by next week by the grace of God. Now your number be this, ba?
Yes, sir.
And your number now 070306488 something something.
Yes, that's President.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. This now telephone Vano with the ordinary president. Akaramakalla.
My ordinary president.
You hear waiting they happen between task force and taxi people for this town.
Yes.
So waiting you see about them.
Waiting I see my ordinary president because we hear say those joint task force they call them ministerial joint task force, which to say na minister and I ain't gathered them together.
According to waiting you hear.
Waiting I hear since the name get ministerial. So that's why I hear.
We no go take.
People, una ready? Una better ready. As Corner Consulting, they bring una the first Abuja Traders Festival with Obonge team will be collaboration for economic growth in Nigeria. Yes, so and the date when this thing they happen now from the 20th of November go reach the 26th of November 2017. The place where this thing they shell now for the JT Hussaini International Trade Fair Complex, Media Kilometer 8 Airport Road, Abuja. Come participate for this Obonge event because plenty sectors yapa for this event like agriculture and agro allied, ICT and telecommunications, banking, finance and insurance, hoteliers and caterers, cosmetics and even pharmaceutical and healthcare teams join for this event. So if you want to participate for this Obonge event and get space, the money now 100,000 naira per 9 square meter to take get booth. And this cost go add facial name, 1 table, 1 chair per booth and even additional spaces join based on request. Payment go end on the 15th of November 2017. To take participate, just call this number with 081-200-66653 or 080-260-30022 or you can check our email on tokonaconsulting@gmail.com. The first Abuja Traders Festival. Now where everything they one place.
Now who me and the Vano?
Yes, Una, welcome back. Akaramakala, you've been the talk before we enter market. Come back.
Thank you, my ordinary president. Like as I the talk, they go. For example, now for area 1 on that bridge, you will see some in the morning sometimes. VI will come, they will talk, say, okay, make the taxi driver stay here. May they begin, they carry their passenger, make road they free. Before they go know what go happen, tax force go come, they go pack those same people. As if the VIOA come, tell them, say, may they arrange where them they just come carry style, keep them there, say, no, tax force go come pack them.
Okay.
Them get confidence.
They go make them surrender.
They will go confidence, okay.
Maybe
them arrange yours.
Now go just now them go even call them, say
they don't they here.
All of them don't come out key for
the thing tie up because and just like we they talk, yes, they now they deal with painted where they call kabu. That one said they sweet everybody body because waiting they use those unpainted do my ordinary president will be here.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. My ordinary president.
I know they hear you well.
Good evening, sir.
Now whom you and the Vano for radio telephone.
My name is Hussaini Imorana.
Extraordinary Hussein, where you dey Vano from? Waiting be your contributed.
I didn't try your night last year now. That today I get you.
Today I changed my phone, so you they get me now.
Okay. Yeah, they call you from Apple.
Okay, how Apple?
Apple is fine, sir.
Yes, sir.
I call your place to get your. They can't allow me to enter. That is last month.
Na post office be my place.
No, it's not like that.
Na supermarket.
No, sir.
Waiting be your complaint. Go straight to the point. So you think so? If everybody will want to see me, go just come past gate. You for even see where you go put human beings for this place. You hear when I explain to somebody say with this is conscious of our security because you need attention again. You can't repeat the same thing. Be careful.
Yes, sir. That is true, sir. Yes, sir.
Go straight to the point. Other people there for line before I cut you through away. Pick another call.
You need your help.
So go ahead. Waiting be the complaint where you get.
Yes, sir. I need your help, sir.
When you compose yourself, make you call me back. Nami, they cut you through away. So other people there for line where they ready to talk. You need my help. Waiting be the help where you need. You no tell me. So Nami cut you through away. I beg no vex. Hello, good evening.
Yes.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Odari Ahmed.
And now who me and I'm the Vano for radio telephone, sir?
Mr. Freeman from EFCC.
Mr. Freeman from EFCC.
Yes.
I no get money for my account, oh.
Hey. You arrest me that.
Una go arrest me for not having money.
No, we will give you something.
Waiting be your contributor to my brother.
My contributor is this task force matter. Because for lifetime day first today I close from work. The pursue one keke na pep.
Oh my
and
God.
that keke na pep carry woman with small baby.
Oh.
As they pursue that keke na pep, the guy run inside the bush. He threw away the woman inside the water. As they say the keke na pep fell, they even run away with the car.
They no stop again.
They not stop again, sir.
I think we need to put an end to put a stop to this task force for this town. We go write official letter to the minister. If he dey aware, make he sabi wetin dey happen. In case you don't know, because minister wife no dey enter keke na pep. Minister wife no dey enter taxi. Minister wife no dey no. You understand wetin they talk?
I understand, sir.
Yeah. Now my wife and your wife and people like Akaramakala wife and children. Now then they enter keke na pep, enter taxi, enter bus. Now then they exposed to this thing. They not even make attempt to even check how far about the woman and the pikin.
I just there inside the car. I said the motor, the guy who carry me inside the car said, "Stop! We stop. We help the woman. We catch the woman with the baby. You don't even get any wound. So the woman she brought some tests. So we carry her. We took her to general hospital lifetime there.
Can you imagine?
I'm telling you.
And the people, the task force, no green stop.
They run away with this Vano motor. All those their healers. Okay. They move away.
Thank you very much for this information, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
God
you.
bless you, sir.
Amen, and you too, sir. Yes, sir. This ministerial task force, even if a presidential task force, they need to look into them activities. The train done the wire, then they reach where Agbada the hook wire.
They don't they hook my ordinary president.
What is that now? Hello, good evening.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Ordinary ordinary president.
Now who me and Vano?
Mrs. Daniels.
Extraordinary Mrs. Daniel from Kado Estate.
Yes, sir.
What be your contributor?
My complaint is for 1 year and 3 months now, one person they live for my house. He can't come out since he don't come out leave house since July last year. And give me fake check for the rent. And I don't carry the check, go bank. They say no money. See today, they beg and make the compact thing come up for the house. Stack. You send somebody to start the thing, then pack and tie and down. I don't come there. And I will wait make you call me. This man, they don't beg and to come out in things, Grace.
Okay.
No money, pay.
Okay, madam.
So,
madam.
Sir?
Waiting be this your tenant name?
Alaji Musa Wow.
Alaji Musa Wow.
Yes, sir.
Now who carry and come your house?
Now one agent, nine carry and come.
You don't report the matter to the agent?
Everybody don't hear about it.
Wait, now simple question I ask you. You don't report the matter to the agent?
Yes, sir.
You know why agent they collect percentage?
Yes, sir.
So that if weather good, they chop a wolf. If weather bad, they go follow the witnesses, and sometimes agent they cough out part of the money where you collect as agency fee.
Yes, sir.
Now, madam, you don't do affidavit. You don't go high court to do affidavit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't write letter of complaint.
Yes, sir.
You go come to tomorrow tight. Make you come on Monday by the grace of God.
Okay, sir.
If you reach gate, ask of Akaramakala.
Okay, sir.
Which name I call?
Akaramakala.
Akaramakala. Come with the photocopy of the letter where you been submit.
Yes, sir.
The tenant, if they owe the check where they give you, as you carry and go bank, waiting then talk for the bank. They talk say money no day, abi they talk say mistake happen for signature.
No, they say no money.
No be signature irregularities.
No. Okay. No money.
Now, how much be the money?
550,000.
550,000.
Yes, sir.
As you carry the check go bank, I hope the bank stamp on the check. They write something on top of the check. I be they no write anything.
They no write.
Quickly carry and go back. Anybody will give you check where the check get a issue. Make sure say you no leave the bank until the bank explain waiting be the reason why they no give you the money. If they explain with mouth, tell them say make them stamp, make them write something on top. Now the only reason why if you tender them for court, you use them as evidence against the person who give you the check. Be that.
Yes, sir. When I went to the court, that was what they told me. That was since last year, August, that I took because he gave us projected check. In August last year, I took it to the bank and they said there was no money. So when I now went to the court said the day stamp it. I said no.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not take it back to the court. To the bank again. I don't know whether I should still take it to the bank. Because they called him after that.
Make you try. If you get luck, if not new staff just attend to you, you go just put stamp for you, sign up. No waste time. As he put stamp, sign up for you. Do like say you want for meet, just rush with the check come out from the bank.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. But make you come on Monday. But if na old banker, as soon as he see the date where they write on top of the check, he go tell you say he no go sign, he no go stamp because the thing don't take. And for any other person where they listen to this program, if anybody give you check and the check bounce, make sure say any bank where you go, you no come out there until they stamp them, until they sign on top, until they explain to you the reason why. If na signature irregularities, may then tell you. If na say insufficient balance, may they explain to you, may they write them on top of the check. Now the only legal tender be that for court. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Amen. Amen, ma. This now telephone Vano with the ordinary president. The number to call if you're there outside Nigeria now +234 81 88 89 10 11. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, my ordinary president, sir.
Hey, now who me and I call the Vano for radio telephone, man?
My ordinary president.
Ah, extraordinary pay. How you day?
Fine, my president, sir.
Ah, long time no here. Wait, you travel?
No, my ordinary president, I do.
That one our neighbor don't born.
She was so born.
No, do you be patients where get room where the other side?
No, that be me, my ordinary president.
No, be your room get window.
No, my ordinary president.
Your room no get window. Na police cell. Pay, waiting be your contributed.
I want to contribute for this thing happened yesterday with this taxi drivers and tax force. Because it is high time that they should resolve this issue. Because taxi drivers are really helping, like people like us who don't get car. What I said, you know, say yesterday from Utako, I trek reach GSM village as this taxi people do peaceful demonstration.
My dear.
Because the company is getting out of hand. Because most of the taxi drivers are now complaining that the transport people are using them as ATM machine. Any small thing they are less than they'll say they bring 10,000, they bring 5,000, 15,000, 20,000. It's getting too much. It's getting out of hand.
And if they give this money, no receipt.
Now, no receipt. Just for them to get their taxes back. Most of the drivers say they are tired because the way they are treating them is not fair.
My dear.
Because how will a tax force be going around with soldiers and
Navy Navy for that matter?
Regime, not military regime.
My dear, you know what are they plan?
No, my president.
If care is not taken, that trek where you trek, now small trekking be that.
But that's a I don't sleep on my neck on it.
I say make you prepare. Prepare because it may be in 2 weeks' time. I go organize all taxi drivers for this town. All of them go park motor. Then go park motor.
The government should do something about it.
Nobody go carry passenger anywhere.
Hello?
Make them understand the importance of taxi drivers for this town. I say that one na preparation you do, so the main trekking they come. You go trek from Lugbe to Marabanyanya. The only thing where you go, they see now people where they say pure water, buy pure water, reduce distance. Buy pure water, reduce distance. People where wear high heel, come out, go buy bedroom slippers, reduce distance. But the truth be say, even the minister office go empty that day. You know why?
Why, man?
Not be everybody waiting for minister office now ain't get moto. You understand? And with this one when we say free money no day again, even some people will get moto now. To fuel the moto, you know the day easy for them.
Of course,
so, Oskof, Oskof.
Oh, you're right, my president.
I hear Oskof.
I say, of course, you are right.
Yeah, Oskof, yes, Oskof. You are right. now this school I no go now, they worry me so. Oskof. But you know the meaning of Oskof?
No, huh? I don't know.
Oskof is for sure. Oskof. Okay, my dear. So the truth be say, I go use the ordinary president's letterheaded paper. and I go write strong worded message to the Honorable Minister of the FCT.
Thanks very much,
On behalf of the taxi drivers, because they no be criminals, they no be kidnappers.
Of course.
They no be thieves. They no be thieves. They no be criminals.
Yes.
They are legitimate earning than they look for.
Yes,
in fact, see the way they treat Evans, where be kidnapper, anyway, court never confirm say he be kidnapper. But in the according to police, he don't confess say he be kidnapper. See the way they treat him with respect.
I'm serious.
Then taxi driver where they earning own living. Some of these taxi, if you know the kind heat where they come out from the front of the engine, most of them yellow from village, but they come Abuja, them black like one of my staff here. IT staff now they talk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear. God bless you. God bless you. Yes, my mention. This is now telephone Vano with the ordinary president. The number to call now 090 99 88 7700. People they look for how life go easy for them. People they look for how they go put food for a table for their families. They no be thieves. They no be armed robber. They know they climb fence. Now they are sweat then they look for. And then somebody go just form one kind task force. We go find out. Hello, good evening. Good evening. You know, say I call on digital now, like a person will go school. Good evening. Now who me and I'm the Vano for radio telephone.
My name is Obiora Moscow from Barabata.
Extraordinary Obiora. Begin to prepare, say you go trek from Abuja to Maraba. Very soon, taxi drivers go strike. Oh.
Are you encouraging us the full favor?
What? No, I just prepare on a mind. Don't be encouraged. I dey prepare on a mind.
Okay.
That day pure water go sell market die. Buy pure water, reduce distance. Madam, highly no go help you for this one. Buy bedroom sleepers. No, God forbid, I cannot kill anybody. Even mosquito, I know they fit kill mosquito.
Okay, sir.
Okay, extraordinary Odora.
Keep up the good work, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And you know, say this mosquito where I thought say I know the fit kill. If mosquito bite me, you know what I do?
No, sir.
I know they kill them.
Not going to kill him, sir.
I go just take hand, hit and small.
No, I kill it.
No, I go feel one liquid for my hand. Then when I pass the mouth, I go hear the children, they cry, hey, daddy, I want, oh, daddy, I want. Make I tell you, this mosquito matter where I talk. You know, say when them born mosquito, now after 2 weeks, the mosquito where them born newly they fly come out for the first time.
Yes.
Now if fly come out, come back because that day where they prepare to come out, in papa and mama come sit and tell and say human beings are dangerous. Never you trust human beings. You understand? As if fly go, come back. Now you come to tell the papa and mama say, hey, una they misunderstand human beings. Say human beings are very nice. Say anywhere where you enter, human beings they clap for them. Now the mama say, hey, now so then take your grandfather. That clap, now you then the target. So, you sabi speak mosquito language?
No, sir.
Okay. But you don't ever hear mosquito sound?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, do sound now. Make I translate what you mean. Do mosquito sound. Make I translate. This man never sleep. This man never sleep. Do another one. Do another one. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't hear mosquito language. This now telephone Vano with the ordinary president. The number to call now 090-9988-7700. Hello, good evening for my new China phone.
Good evening, my honorary president.
Now whom you are Vano for radio telephone?
Extraordinary Patrick Ogaza.
Ah, extraordinary Patrick. Where you Vano from? Waiting be your contributor. I be that thing where they took you for Liverpool, eh?
I'm Vano from Metama, sir.
Oh, Metama. Real original Metama, be Metama new extension.
I think Mississippi, sir.
Oh, okay.
I can't complain about complaints. I try to call this line. Change about 200 degrees.
I don't change the phone now. Now it make you get me. Sorry.
They call behalf of one of my sister with one part of my brother. Then they work with one Mrs. Franca.
Which Mrs. Franca?
One Mrs. Franca will get shop opposite the Mountain of Fire for Taco here. So since Mrs. Franca get those children, they work under her. So this man can travel go abroad. Before she could travel go abroad, she bring one Mr. Johnson. Okay. To me come manage the shop. So the agreement was that Mr. Johnson should pay those children. They will pay them 25,000 naira. So he should pay them and pay house rent and pay Mrs. Franca also. So the agreement was that he should pay them, but when Mrs. Franca travel, Johnson is there to deduct their salary to 20,000 naira. So they have to pay them 20,000 naira. They 12,000 naira for about 5 months. Do not pay them. Then when Mrs. Franca now came back, last 2 months, which is September. September salary did not pay at all. So when Mr. Franca came back, he now asked Mr. Johnson that since he could not be able to pay those children and pay her, Ms. Johnson should go. He will be able to take care of the situation.
What thing they sell for the shop?
They sell food.
Food?
Yes, sir. They cook food, they sell.
Okay, now restaurant.
A restaurant, yes, sir. So now, this one we owe them now, the two of them about 150,000, which is 60,000. When this man come now, see me Johnson go. Say they cannot be able to pay. Just now don't come out. Now make this one pay those children. Because when they get abroad, he called them. He called them, Mr. Frank and said, this guy no pay us money. Now 20 times they pay us. They don't worry. When I come out, say the matter. You should not go anywhere. You should just stay. So they try to stay till she comes back. But when she comes back now, he said they should go and collect their money from Mr. Johnson. Why they have already told Mr. Johnson that Mr. Johnson should go.
No worry. Tell them to come tomorrow. Oh, nah, they never do affidavit, ba?
Yes, sir.
Make them use tomorrow go do affidavit so that they go take advantage. Make them come on Monday. Make we recover their money for them from Mrs. Franca.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the kind things way they encourage for this program be that at least make you talk on behalf of other people, either one person, group of persons, community, society, animals, or even environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I think this is through what I've seen through this line.
Yeah. I say I don't change my phone now. You know go to find it difficult to get me now. I don't buy a better China phone if you see them.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Boy, you sabi mosquito language?
No, sir.
Give me mosquito sound, make I translate for you. This man blood no go sweet. This man blood no go sweet. Bye bye. My brothers, my sisters, anything we get beginning for life, they get end. Akaramakala.
I'm my ordinary president. At the advice when I go advise the minister and I make this that tax force, may they do and make they catch the armed robbers where they disturb people inside town. Yesterday, now God saved one Metama hospital staff for Banex when they carry cutlass. Now cutlass they will take finish them if now somebody where they sleep for where they stand. Now night duty day for emergency unit. You know if you go work yesterday, so you can imagine people where that.
I even hear say somebody they attacked somebody for ATM. They machete where they one machete for head as see take hand and a woman now so with this finger come out the second one. Nearly come out.
So may they set up ministerial task force
against armed robbers.
Yes, sir.
No be
taxi.
Legitimate. These people where they go about their legitimate way of earning a living.
Yes, sir. My ordinary president.
Thank you very much. On behalf of everybody who follow me support for the program, my name now ordinary Dr. Ahmad Issa. Then they call me the ordinary president. That not because I dey fight on behalf of people. We no fit fight for themselves, including senators, governors, ministers, and even cleaner, and even person we no get work. Plus that monkey when you tie for your backyard. Una buy?